Human beings. So plants require these natural resources in the photosynthesis process, like sunlight, light from sunlight, water from the ground level, and along with the water, minerals also transfer. Yes, and what carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So all these are the different what I mean to all these are the different different components, natural resources which are required to plants. The other thing is when we come to the animals require four important resources from the nature, and these four resources which are very much helpful to the animals to exist life on earth. These are the four main basic fundamental things. First one is food, shelter, breathing, and the fourth one is last one is water. So these four main basic fundamental things which are very very important to the animals in the point of view in the consideration of the animals. So these are very 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 important to exist life. Understood. Next, when it comes to human beings, understood. So when it comes to human beings, man, can stone be useful to us? How we are getting granite, children? How we are getting stones? How we are getting this concrete? How we are getting granite? For constructing of big buildings, concrete is very very important. Concrete is nothing but they'll take. Yeah. Yes. I think without any modification means one thing. When we see that these natural resources, early times, like how plants and animals are utilizing these natural resources, at the same way in early times, even for decoration, yes, Akshar. Even in the garden area, they'll place this rock without any modification. They can place it. When we go to film cities, they'll use as an what we can say that prop. Yes or no? Yes, as a prop they'll use. And even nowadays, it's like when we go to the big with 5-star hotels, it's like a trend to place a big rock at the center as we feel like we are at the hilly areas. Understood or not? So the main basic things, so at early times, man used to be only based on these four fundamental properties and he can lead his life very comfortably. At present, due to the needs are very much required to make the life very much comfortable. So we are going with so many needs and so many activities, so many constructions got. Okay. So these and like when we go to the see the stone, wood, and everything. So all these plays a major role. All this like wise thinking of human activities, wise thinking of man. What do you mean by wise thinking? What do you mean by wise thinking? Clever thinking. By using these natural resources, understood? By using these natural resources, man developed industrialization. Man developed industrialization. So he introduced industries, economy, he developed economy, he gave employment to the people. So he constructed many buildings, many areas. By using all these natural resources, he implemented all these natural resources in such a way that very cleverly to develop the or to fulfill the needs of the human activities. Nowadays, population is more. Nowadays, population is more. When we go to the population, okay, when we see about the population, understand? Yes or no? So when we go to the population gradually increases. If the population, definitely we require shelter. Yes, how many like when we the area is limited. So previously we used to see only the individual houses. Previously, nowadays the area is limited and people are more, so they plan to build up all the apartments within the limited area. One by one, they construct the apartments. When with increasing the small surface area with more foundation with all these natural resources, they are constructing big buildings. So in order to give the shelter to the man, so if shelter is there, is it okay? But he need all the comforts with good interior. Their wood is very much required. Their wood is very much required. And he goes for the deforestation. He goes to the deforestation. When he plans to the deforestation, definitely they remove the land for the giving the shelter to the people, and they're selling the land, even the forest area also. And they're using this forest assets, so which is legally, which is very much big offense. We should not touch the forest assets. Yes, land is also natural resources, Ronak. Land also comes under land. Did we constructing the land? We are adding any chemicals to farm land? So what do you mean by it doesn't come under natural resources? Yeah? No? It comes, yes. It comes under natural resources. So in order to fulfill all our needs, comforts, not only for the food, shelter, breathing, and the drinking, other than these four, the man requires all the comforts. And due to this, in order to fulfill these comforts, the man itself having a wise thinking of this industries. For example, mining. Mining. So, in order to give the hydroelectricity or different kinds of thermal power plants, all this, in order to run these industries, definitely it requires fuels. So these fuels are also from the underground earth or from these minerals, natural resources. And to construct the big dams or the bridges for the transport purpose, they are nothing but metals. Metals also comes under natural resources. That means he is taking the natural resources with his wise thinking thought. Okay, so he is implementing in order to make the things comfortable to the mankind. So that means which are not that much required, which are not that much required. So even though we are using it, even though we are using it, that means what are the four main basic things that man can comfortably to lead his life? One is food, shelter, breathing, and drinking. So both plants and animals are taking only limited proportions of all these things. But in order to fulfill all our needs, we are going beyond extreme level, and we are using all the kinds of natural resources around us. And we are implementing everything in order to develop the economy. Only we are thinking about to develop the economy and to increase the what I mean to increase the employment to the people. Yes. Yes or no? So, but man, other than all these four, in order to fulfill the needs, he is what? He's bursting the rocks and hilly areas. Okay, he's doing the deforestation process for wood, for the furniture and for constructing buildings or resorts. When we go to or when we visit the resorts, we won't expect the resorts with the same walls or brick walls. Definitely we require something new and something different. Okay, definitely. If you see that wooden houses, constructed wooden houses with all the required things inside, so we feel very much comfort and we feel what? How we feel, children? Enjoying, enjoying, and as we feel that we are under complete nature. Yes or no? Yes, we get peace. We are completely avoid. We are completely avoiding the like all these comforts, and we feel like we are under nature. So, in that point of view, also, man with wise thinking, he is also affecting the natural resources. The other thing is minerals. So, minerals are nothing but metals to construct bridges for the transport purpose. How people are moving from one place to the other place. Not only for moving from one place to other place, like different purposes, like to visiting to the temples or visiting to the relative's house and visiting on the what business works. So people can't fly, and everyone can't afford in going with what I mean to with going in flights and all. Yes or no? So definitely, people are very much this thing to go for the transport purpose. So train is for the common man. The train is or the transport through this train is very required and necessary, so that the people can transport from one part to the other. But even for the what we can say the goods, for transporting the goods, for transporting the fuels to the industry, and transporting the minerals from one place to the other place. Bridge won't comes under natural resources, children. It is constructed. The wise thinking of man, he is taking the minerals, metal rocks inside the earth. That comes under natural resources. From the natural resources, he is extracting the required metal, and he is using that metal and implementing wisely to construct this bridges. Here, bridge is not a natural resource. It's like natural material. Bridge is constructed with a natural material. Understood or not? So with this, we can say that human activities are very much harmful, and human always think about its own his own importance in order to clear all his what needs to fulfill the needs. He is using all the extra dose of the natural resource. So once you keep on doing that deforestation process, so that where are the plants to maintain that global warming process? So it's very difficult to face. It's very difficult to lead our life because no oxygen. Because plants are the producers, especially. Yes, these resources are even eventually run out, but we are not leaving. We are not leaving any space to the nature. We are using with extra dosage, and beyond that, within the limit. That means the limit what the natural resources are having. Before that limit only, we are utilizing the extra usage of all these natural resources. So there will be an end sometimes, so that no more generations can see all these rocks, plants, and all this. If we are keep on digging and getting the minerals, where we'll get the minerals to construct the bridges? Yes, humans are overusing these resources, really. Good, Kavya. Understood. So not only these resources, even for the fossil fuels, how these fuels are obtained? Fuels are obtained from the earth crust by the dead and decomposing plants and animals. both on land and even in the ocean crust. So first of all, in order to trace petroleum and coal, in order to transport from one place of the country to the other place of the country, when we transport, what happened? For the transport, the vehicles required petrol. So this petrol, how this petrol is obtained? Petrol is obtained from the crude oil. It's nothing but petroleum. So mostly, so everyone are very much comfort by using vehicles and they're transporting from one area to the other area. One area to the other area. So we are not going by walk or we are not using any eco-friendly like a cycle and all. We are going with the motorcycles and even with the four-wheelers and even big transports from one place to the other places. By using all these things, we can simply say that man is overusing the natural resources. So at some point, so there is no regaining or regetting or replacing these natural resources within the reasonable period of time. Because these natural resources, plaster of Paris is not a natural resource, child. No, plaster of Paris is a chemical. It's not a natural resource. Thermocol is also not a natural resource. How come it comes under natural resources, children? They are prepared by chemicals. They won't obtain naturally. I don't know. I never heard, I never read this that there comes under natural resources. There comes under synthetic. Yes, definitely. They do not decompose easily. No, they won't decompose easily. Okay. Okay, at particular point, there will be an end for this natural resources. And for this natural resources, so that no more natural resources are obtained because it takes millions of years. Millions of years. Millions of years to complete. Understood? Yes or no? So these natural resources can be classified on the basis of the resources what we have taken. First one, renewable natural resources. What is the first one? Renewable natural resources. Resources that are either renewed with a reasonable period of time by natural process or that will never finish are known as renewable natural resources. For this renewable natural resources, there is no chance of ending it. If sunlight is there, so it is very much sure that for the upcoming generation also we can see the sun very clearly and it is available even after few million years. There is no end for it. Understood or not? So these resources which can be replaced within a particular period of time. Water comes under renewable resource. When it comes under non-renewable resource, I'll say. So here I have given you the picture, this water, ocean water. Is there any chance of draining of this or getting perished? Yes. Yes. So it can't, there is no end for this ocean water. It's get regenerating and replacing. So if there is any chance also, not now, but it takes much time to put an end for this natural resources. And even at the same way, air also. Air also. It comes renewable natural resources. Air also comes under renewable natural resources. Understood or not? Okay, first one, sunlight, air and water. Or simply wind also. How can people drink ocean water? So in previously there are many research works to convert or to filter or to remove the saltiness of the ocean water, and it converts to drinking water. So it's a lot of process because of huge amount of the salt present inside the ocean water. There is a chance of spoiling of all the equipments which can be used to filter or to convert this ocean water as a drinking water. But it is nothing but it's a vast process. But there are some chances, but there are some companies which are converting this ocean water not for the drinking water, for the remaining activities which are required, where the water is required, domestic activities, and even industrial users. They are using this ocean water and they're converting. Not like huge production. It's not like a huge production, but how much it is required. But there are some companies. Understood? So what do you mean by natural resource, renewable natural resources? What do you mean by renewable natural resources? So renewable natural resources are nothing but resources that either renewed with a reasonable period of time by natural process or that will never finish are known as renewable natural resources. Never end. Never end. They can be replaced by the natural process by a period of time, not beyond that. So there is much chance of it. That means won't think that everyone are at home. If we are at home during long time also we are at home. But there is going and coming sunset, sunrises took place. That means if we are not using it, there is a chance of wasting of the sunlight. No, this sunlight can be taken by the remaining few plants. Understood? Understood or not? So this comes under renewable natural resource. But some renewable natural resources, beyond the limit if you use, they'll be exhausted. What do you mean by exhausted? Exhausted means completed, extinct, end, finished up. Very good. What is the next slide, children? Non-renewable resources. So the resources which when used up cannot be replaced within a reasonable period of time are known as non-renewable resources. Yes, soil also comes under non-renewable resources. That means if we are keep on digging the fertile soil, the upper layer soil, which are very much usable plants, to form that fertile layer, the primary layer, many years. Yes, maybe like approximate values we can say, but exactly means it takes millions of years to replace all these natural resources. So petroleum, coal, soil, forest, forest. All these are nothing but they are comes under non-renewable resources. These non-renewable resources, cannot be replaced in a reasonable period of time, are known as non-renewable resources. So chemically we can't. In order to enhance the quality of it, we are using some cocoa pits or something like that. Like manures we are adding, some fertilizers we are adding to increase the quality of the soil, strength of the soil. But naturally, chemicals cannot be taken by taking chemicals by using or to give the soil. Yes, definitely, definitely. Even these natural resources also. Even these natural resources also, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to replace them within a reasonable period of time. Why? Because it's very difficult to get these natural resources within a limited period of time. It takes many million years to undergo.